Well, hello, everybody. Welcome, family. So, might as well get this out of the way while nobody's in here. But we are going to do new survival ideas and techniques people have overlooked or has been lost through generations. For like the upcoming events around the world, because the world's falling apart. Everybody sees it. It's happening every day in the news. And why not start preparing for it while you can, while it's while you're able to get your resources, get your items. It's it's a do it now kind of situation. I don't be a fear monger. I don't want to be whatever. I want to be a realist. Everybody's seeing it. You can play pretend all you want in your mind, your safe mindset of your $1 million houses that you're going in debt on, that brand new car that you're going in debt on. But what's that going to do when the world crumbles and falls apart? Hey, sis, what are you doing? Well, I'm trying to get. Hey, Tammy, sis. Yeah, I'm trying to. We're going to do new survival techniques and old survival techniques. Of Sorry, I'm going to a place right now to get some wood and stuff. But it's with all the recent events that's going on in the world, trying to tell people to prepare. Get Now I see how Dave feels when I interrupt him talking. uh, but yeah, it's the world's falling apart. And like I was saying before, you may feel like you're safe in this world right now, but you're not. And the only way you can do is prepare. Buy what you need, buy and stock up for every little situation that you can think of. Hey, Eli, brother. See, Tammy, I need to talk to you about crafting because I don't have I don't have good like sewing techniques. I know how to use a sewing machine and I can basically hand stitch, but I need to learn how to create like sew with materials like non-rib, like like non-rip parachute material and waterproof material and stuff like that, because I need to start. I I've wanted to make a Morris Kohansky survival scarf. I want to make a Morris Kohansky survival scarf, but I want to make it in my own idea, and I don't want to follow anybody else's idea because I have a specific thing that I want to do, but I don't know how to create it. Hey, CR brother, but I don't want to be a fear monger or anything, but the world is collapsing. Society can't sustain the amount of humans we have in this world anymore. Plus, society in general is crumbling as a mass. The population, all they need is just one small ignition to start a fire. Like what's going on in Melbourne right now. You know, Melbourne, Australia, with the riots and everything that's going on right now. Literally, Melbourne is shut down. There's no construction. There's nothing going on. No construction on major roadways. Hospitals aren't getting worked on. Apartments aren't getting worked on. It's that's putting a stop in society. That's living. That's medical. That's pathways to bring in supplements, to bring in items into that city and out of that city that cannot move now because roadways are shut down and stuff. Hey, Uncle Al, how you doing, brother? Sorry, I'll be paying more attention to chat when I park here in a second to get gas. But yeah, Christy, everybody is like, in the past 10 years, everybody has been moving out of major cities and going to small. I'm not using it as a bad term, but they're moving out to small podunk towns. You know, they're moving out. Oh my God. Sorry, I need this GPS on because I got to go get wood and everything. But people are moving out of major cities and going to small podunk towns because, for one, it's cheaper out there. It's cheaper than what they're paying right now in major cities. Um, Two, they think if anything is going to happen, people believe, and it's true, that if anything is going to go down, it's going to go down in a major city. It's not going to go down in a small town because people don't really consider small towns as a focal point, because small towns, there's nothing of value there. Thank you, Tammy, sis. But yeah, like right now, I mean, even with food shortages and everything that's going on in certain parts of the UK, I mean, it's happening in it's happening in certain places in Canada, it's happening in certain places in Mexico. it's happening in certain places here in the States, you know, like Alaska, for example, you know, if you're outside of major cities in Alaska, you are looking at paying 20, you're looking at like a 20 to 30% increase on anything. Like a 24 pack of bottled water in like Dead Horse, Alaska is almost $30. You know, that's $1 a bottle that they're paying for bottled water. And here in Texas, you can get a 24 to 32 pack of bottled water for like $3. Like the price gouge in small towns and stuff is going to go astronomical. And the thing is, it's like, just because you think you live in a big city and you're safe, you're not. Yeah. Yeah, Christy. Money talks no matter where you're at. If somebody, say you have 5 acres of land out in the middle of nowhere, you have no HOA fees, you have no building restrictions, you don't have city water, you don't have, it's a place where you can be literally off the grid in a podunk town. And there's so many things like city aid, stuff like that will give you solar panels for your house. They will give you all this stuff if you move out to podunk towns. And they are literally pushing these people to get out of the cities one way or another. And somebody from a big town that has a really good job, say a doctor, lawyer, whatever, ex-military, they would throw, like out here in the hill country, 2 acre land that's down the street from me is almost $3 million. And there's like 5 or 6 people that's trying to buy it right now for $6 million. Money can buy anything. Yeah, I'm gonna try to, Uncle Al. I know, Tammy. I know. But it that's also a skill that I need. Also, is like crocheting and cross stitching. Also, because in the end of the world, oh yeah, sorry. Like in a end of the world scenario, if I get alpacas or llamas or something like that, or sheep, if I get their wool, if I can shear their wool off and I can learn how to process their wool, I need to learn how to cross stitch. I need to learn how to process that wool to be able to stay warm during the winter if the grid falls and there's no way to heat besides fire. Thank you. Thank you, CR. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's those small skill sets like crochet, cross stitching. Those are old school techniques that modern day people consider grandma work. You know what I mean? Like when I grew up, my grandmother cross stitched. My grandmother, you know, did crocheting, but I never learned it because my grandmother was full blooded Cherokee, and she said, men do not learn these techniques. A woman does these techniques. So I never considered that until I started prepping and doing survival because you're not, don't get me wrong, women can do just as much as men can in survival, but if you're a lone man and you have no skills whatsoever, like there's hardly any people that know how to hand stitch. They stopped teaching stitching in Boy Scouts when before I joined it when I was little, and that was over. That was 20 something years ago. Yeah, that's a good idea, Christine. But the thing is, with houseboats, it's hard to get through like smaller rivers. You know what I mean? Right, CR. Nowadays, CR, it's looked like that. But like when I was growing up in the deep South, like the Dixie South, there was only specific skill sets for specific genders. You know what I mean? Like men did 4-H, learning how to, raise animals, learn how to farm, learn how to do that stuff. Girls learned home ec. There was no men in home ec. There was no, boys in home ec because it was laughed upon if a boy went to home ec to learn how to cook, sew, create, anything like that. And that's a difference in time now, you know. Hey Rain, how you doing? Right, Tammy. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, like those skill sets are considered old school. Those skill sets are considered, oh, those are grandma skills. Those are grandpa skills. We don't need that in today's standards. Right, Maria. And see, Maria, where I grew up in Tennessee, there was no females in auto mechanics. There was no female bricklayers. There was no female carpentry. There was no females with actual physical skills in vocational school. It just wasn't allowed. I mean, it probably was allowed, but you did not see females do that. They always want in the Dixie South, they wanted females to be prim and proper. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, they thought it was weird if a female tried to do male skills, just like they thought it was weird if a male tried to do female skills, you know? Right, CR. Yeah, it's just it's like I said, it's a different time. It was a different time back then. The South was more sexist. You know what I mean? Now it's starting to open up. Even the Bible Belt has loosened its, buttons on a lot of things, but the older generation still have a hold on certain people in the South. Yeah, Maria. Yeah. I've done roofing, I've done, pipe laying. It they are hard skills, and that's why they say it's a man's job. You know what I mean? Doing that stuff, like boiler workers, you like boiler workers, plumbers, stuff like that. It you don't really, and a lot of people still to this day, like the older generation, like people still in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, if a female comes to them, say an auto mechanic, all right, say you're a 5-star auto mechanic, trained, certified, everything, and you come out of your shop and you say, hello, I'm your mechanic, I'm going to work on your car. A lot of people in the older generation, 70s, 80s, 90s, they're going to be like, no, 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 no. Especially if it's a man, they're going to be like, no, I don't want a female working on my 4x4 truck, because I don't believe she's going to know what it is. There's still that sexist thing going on in these skill sets. Right, Rain? Yeah, they do. But but like I said, that's now. I mean, look how hard it was for they made a movie out of it with Demi Moore, G.I. Jane. It was actually based on a real it was actually based on a real female soldier, and what trials and errors and everything that she had to go through just to be in the military, to go side by side with a ground pounder male. You know what I mean? It's in the last 20 years, no, I say in the last 10 years, a lot of things have changed. A lot of it has changed. Just like there's a lot more female survivalists and preppers than there is male survivalists and preppers. And I'm 100% for it. I'm 100% for anybody doing any skill as long as they're good at it. You know what I mean? But there's also some people that take advantage of that skill just because of their sex. You know, it, I mean, there's a lot of male mechanics or bricklayers or whatever that do these jobs that have no skill, that have no, that don't know what they're doing. Just because they're a male doesn't mean, they should be out laying bricks or doing yard work or anything, you know? But anyways, uno momento. I'll be right back. Y'all talk amongst each other in chat. I have to I have to get gas and I'll be right back, okay? All right, I'm back. Sorry about all that. It's really a law in Texas that you can't be on your phone while pumping gas. And I really don't want to, because there was a cop right beside us, and I don't really want to get a ticket for it. Anyways, let's see here. Eli, you better be cheap. You're not really cheap, Eli. The amount of pizzas I bought for you, sir? No. It was like $15 pizzas, sir. You're making $15 an hour on me, sir. But anyways, yeah. So, anyways, with the upcoming events and everything that's going around the world, people need to open up their mind. People need to realize that you're not safe in your little homes anymore. That you're going to need to make a home defense. You need to, because next time, say another pandemic crisis happens, all right, this time, yeah, everybody went with, you know, buying out toilet paper and, whatever. But that was because nobody knew what was going on. If another pandemic crisis happens again, they're going to go for food. They're going to go for they're going to go for everything else that they need. And you need to be ahead of the game. Yeah, you need to be ahead of the game. At least the three basics: beans, rice, flour. Spices also, because you don't want to, your body has a way of rejecting food with the same flavor over and over and over. It's not your body, but it's your mental state. If you continuously eat the same flavored food, you grow tired of it. You don't want it. So if you change the spices, even though it's the same items that you're eating, just the flavor of it is different. That changes the whole entire aspect of it. Yes, you can stock up on MREs, stuff like that, and everything. But even then, those MREs are going to get expensive. They are very expensive. I mean, they're cheaper by, say, the hundreds. If you're going to buy like a gigantic, shipping container, like a shipping crate of it, or a shipping pallet of it, that's like 1,000 or more MREs. Yeah, then they drop the price. But you need to look at all your instead of what's easy to grab, heat, eat. Um, same exact same thing is, do you know how to garden? Do you know how to hunt? Or do you have the willpower to be able to end a adorable little creature's life for your sustainability? Do you know how to be like our Native American ancestors or our ancestors, Neolithic ancestors, any ancestors? Do you have the skill sets to be able to utilize every part of that animal that you killed? Are you willing to spend that time hunting, trapping, fishing? And is your land suitable for all that? Do you have the right tools to farm, to garden, to take care of your land when there's nobody else there to take care of it? And are you set up with the basic equipment to be able to sustain yourself? Do you have the means to make fire? And I'm not talking about just lighters, matches, stuff like that, because that is throwaway items, one-time use items. You know, like, do you know how to use a ferrocerium rod? Do you know how? Do you know what items you can put together to create fire? There's, you know, there's simple ways. I mean, there's chemical compounds that you can put together to make fire also. And it's the same thing with, do you drive a gasoline car or do you drive a diesel? Because you need at least one diesel for a SHTF situation. And I'm not talking about a new diesel. I'm talking about an old diesel from the 70s to the 80s, maybe mid 90s. Because you can remake diesel gas. You can remake diesel, but you can't remake gasoline, like basic gasoline. So you need to think about that in a STF, ST. And is your body able? Is your body able to shut up? But is your body physically fit? I'm not talking about like muscle bound. You can run. Like, I'm not saying can you run a mile in 6 seconds. Right, Tammy. See, that's good. But the thing here in America, 90% of people don't drive diesel anymore. It's all gasoline out here. But is your body physically fit enough if you don't have a diesel car or anything like that? Are you able to trek? Are you able to carry what you need if something happens and you have to leave your house? Is your health good enough? Can you withstand the elements? How long can you how long can you go without a drink of water? I'm talking about maximum. Doing heavy lifting and everything. And what's the lowest amount of food that you can eat and still survive with? You have to look at all these options in a survival or prepping scenario. Because you got to think, you may look and say that you have a year's worth of food, okay? But is that year's worth of food just for one person or a family of four? You've got to half those rations for the more people that you have with you also. Is it a full meal, Tammy? Or could you survive with like 3 meals of smaller portions? Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna name foods. I just put out the MRE. It's you have to put like nobody knows what they can do or what they can't do until it's right in their face. You know what I mean? It's one of those what if scenarios. But if you've already trained your body to be able to handle said what if scenario, then you have a higher percentage chance of surviving than anybody else. There's hundreds of people that say that they're survivalist and everything. But in truth, they've done an actual study, Harvard has, to how many normal citizens, civilians in today's standards, only about 3 out of 10 humans can survive a massive shock to the system. And I'm not talking about like physical shock or anything like that. I'm talking about an amazing change to the system, like less food, stress, everything that comes with an STF, you know, situation. That puts your body not only through physical strain, but mental strain. And you may have every survival end of the world, preparation in the world, but you're living in today's world. You think you can handle it. You spent all this money, but if push came to shove, those are the ones that are actually going to die. So all that time, effort, everything, and they don't know how to, and it's all gone to waste. Yeah, but see, you have to see, Tammy, like like in a situation where you're constantly doing the work and you're constantly trying to take care of whatever situation, you have to fuel your body. You have to fuel, like, even if you don't want to eat, you still have to make yourself eat, because there may be situations and everything where you're not going to be able to sleep. you're not going to be able to get any rest, where you're constantly on the go. And your body is going to need that energy, no matter how small it is. You know, there there's people that's been proven to be able to live on a half cup of rice a day and live. But that was also, in third world countries where they're already used to those standards. Yeah, like what CR said. Yeah, you still have to feel the body no matter the situation. Yeah, so see, like that. Yeah, see, like you ended up in the hospital because of that, and it's the same exact thing, but not being able to eat and stuff in a dire situation, like to where you have to push yourself, and you don't have a hospital to. What the hell are you doing? Mm, I hate humans. I love y'all, but I hate normal humans. Like, I let this one truck with a trailer and everything out, and this chick, this little chola SUV, just like whips out, doesn't even care. Probably doesn't have insurance either. But anyways, so older survival techniques. There's a book. There's a book that, if y'all want to learn anything, it's called Life of the Depression, or Life in the Depression, or something like that. And it talks about how everybody, different walks of life and everything, had to go to nothing. People, like, living like the Beverly Hillbillies did, like building a house on top of their truck and just going to, pulling over on the side of the road when they ran out of gas, and lived in that house on that truck, and made farms and lived that way. And it talks about the bartering system that these people went through. Um, that's one skill that is not used anymore either. There is no bartering. I mean, there's a section on Craigslist that says barter, but it's not real bartering. It's not trading this for this. There's always cash involved on those things, because they know that they want something, but they have something of so much greater value that what they want or need isn't really the same value of what they're trading. Um, but then, but that's for, actual items, not for, say, livestock or plant, like seeds or like, yarn or clothing, or I'm not talking about like basic clothing. I'm talking about like wool clothing, because wool is hard to find anymore unless you pay top dollar for it, or you live like in the UK or Canada or something like that, and like some parts of up north, but like anywhere down south, there is no wool. You don't you, you can't find wool clothing. You can't find anything. Yeah, awesome, Tammy. But all right. So I know CR and Die Bullfrog, which is Uncle Al. I know they will know this name because he's like the godfather of survival. But Morris Kohansky, he brought survival to life pretty much. I mean, there was others out there, other, survivalists out there, but they didn't have what Morris Kohansky had, They didn't Morris Kohansky pushed the survival aspect out and got his name out. And right, CR. Because a wool sweater, like a wool sweater down here, CR, even a non-name brand wool sweater, you're looking at like $120 if it's 100% wool. If it's a lot of wool out here is a synthetic blend wool. It's 20%, it's either 15 to 20% wool, and the rest is like a polyester or whatever blend. And those are cheap, but they're not the same. It's, yeah, it has wool in it, but it's not 100% wool. So the polyester in it will still melt, and it will still, but you can buy them for dirt cheap. You can get the wool blends for like $20, but anything that's 100% wool down here is expensive unless you get it from Mexico, which it's not. I mean, it's alpaca wool. That's kind of cheaper because it's coming from Mexico. And everything that comes from Mexico is dirt cheap, especially well, if you go to like the Mexican flea markets and stuff to get that. Um, but there's a lot of places down here that don't get their stuff from Mexico, or can't. Say like anywhere in the Dixie South, say from Louisiana all the way through, North Carolina. You're not going to get anything cheap out there because they don't see a purpose for it. And that's what I'm trying to say is like, if something bad happens, a lot of places are not set up for extreme they're not set up for extreme problems. They're set up for what society has set up right now. Yeah, Christy. And I bet you every single one of them is 100% alpaca wool, is it not? Yeah, but the thing is, even with crocheting, even with crocheting, unless you're somebody that has like really remarkable skills in it, it still doesn't. How are you going to find wool? How are you going to find? I mean, yeah, you can use yarn and stuff, but like layer and layer and layer it. But look how much time and effort that has creating that stuff, especially for somebody that's like me, you know, like I'm always working, I'm always working. Don't I don't have the time, I the only time I'll only have time is if something bad does happen and and I'm not working no more. But somebody like me, yeah, I can watch YouTube tutorials and stuff on there, but unless I put it in my hands, and actually learn it, I'm not. I just don't have the time for that stuff. So I would rather pre-buy everything that I need than sit and try to learn a skill. You know what I mean? Or I would rather, go get Tammy and bring her to my compound and be like, I'll give you food and lodging as long as you can create stuff for me. That's it's kind of a barter, a skill for, food and housing, you know? Hey clown, how you doing, brother? Oh God. I really, really hate Texas. Texas, everybody thinks they're overprivileged. They think just because they drive a brand new Audi or a Tesla or whatever that they can do whatever they want to. Anyways, so Morris Kohansky, he is the godfather of survival. He's the one that I look up to. He's the one that teaches people how to survive with bare minimum. he also teaches a lot of people to create their own stuff. I really like him. I really like his ideas. And he's no longer with us. God rest his soul. But he died, I think it was like 2 years ago he died. But this man really, really brought to life the survival aspect on a lot of stuff. He taught a lot of people, and a lot of people has copied him and mimicked his ways. But that's the thing. Don't take anybody as an idol in survival. If you want to survive, if you want to thrive, don't follow any. Listen and learn, but don't follow just in one way. Survive the way you survive. Learn what's best for you. Don't take what other people say and take it to the heart. If you think this item is better for your survivability, then use it. And don't let somebody else tell you to not use that. Oh, that's a stupid idea, whatever. And the thing is nobody's a complete expert at this. They may have TV shows, they may have a line of knives and gear in the big box store. They may be on certain TV channels. But the thing is, it's a gimmick. They are all a gimmick. Even on these survival TV shows like Alone and everything, you don't I've never once seen these people that survive like 30 days. I'm talking about men that are 250 plus pounds surviving alone in the wilderness with bare minimum food, and they never once lost any weight. So what's going on there? Because here's the thing. If your body is used to a certain amount of calorie intake and you're not giving your body that certain amount of calorie intake, your body starts feasting on itself. It will eat your fat reserves and everything. You're not going to like it, but it happens, and you will lose weight because your body, that's why we have fat, is so in case dangerous situations and we can't eat or do anything, your body can rely on itself. But survive survivability survivability has become a gimmick. It really has. Everything in modern civilization is a gimmick. It's not like we we're it's not like 300 years ago. Just 300 years ago. 3 years ago, we needed to survive. We needed to go hunt everyday food. We needed uh, we needed children to go work the farm and everything while the husband was out hunting and the wife was at home taking care of the house and the land and feeding the animals. Right, brother. What's up, David? How you doing, brother? But nowadays when people say survival or prepping, the world of video games has the world of video games has destroyed the mindset of it. People think, oh, the zombie apocalypse is coming. People think, hey, Dave, how you doing, big bro? You know, there's more of a chance of nuclear holocaust than a zombie apocalypse. And this world has considered survival as a game. There's survival games all over the world. I mean, all over the place. Like, oh, survive. Like the major one, what is it? Minecraft. Like, the you know, the idea of it was, I guess it's good because you can build whatever with whatever items you have. But it's more than just I take things into too much consideration. Uh, but survival's a joke. It seriously is. People of this day and age laugh and they think it's just for show, for fun. I mean, yeah, let's take two people, strip them down to butt naked, and throw them on a desert island and see if they can survive. That's stupid. Even in a plane wreck or anything, you're not going to be naked. Yeah, there's tribes and stuff that are naked that live on those islands, that live in that community, but they've been living like that for thousands of years. They're not two white kids from New York City. It's mm, it's just different, very different. Life, life thinks everything's a gimmick, and the world needs to stop with laughing at stuff because we built this bubble of security around our civilization. If you don't have it, just go to the store and buy it. You're hungry today? Go down to McDonald's down the street, get a burger. You know, we are too reliant on modern, like right now, I want curry. Guess where I am? I'm at a curry place. What if I wanted curry at the end of the world? How am I going to make that? It's not like I got an Indian restaurant in my backyard. Yeah, CR always comes back. But yeah, the world, I don't know. Anyways, the world is coming apart. Like I said, the world's coming apart. Slowly, but surely, it's coming apart. We need, if you want to survive, you need to look at everything that's going on. Watch the news. Don't just play it off. Look what's going around you. Not just the news, but in everyday life. Always keep your head on a swivel. Always watch everything that's going on. And don't just think I'm a crazy security officer that is losing his mind. Maybe I am. But it's been that way for a long time. But it's better to be prepared than not be prepared. And then either you turn into a literal zombie, which I'm not talking about the undead. I'm talking about like a marauder zombie doing a certain thing to live. Killing, raping, pillaging, anything for food. Doing one specific thing for one specific purpose. That's what a zombie is. Hey, big bro. But how many here? How many here actually have a go bag? Actually have an inch bag, or even just a basic in-car survival kit? I know you do, CR, but I want to know how many people here right now has one ready to go. If shit hit the fan today, do you have the gear to leave? Yeah, Dave, I'll tell you about it Uh, I'll I'll tell you more about it, brother. Nice, Donald. Yeah. I, I I first started prepping and when Bush Senior was in office. But this world is burning its candle at both ends, and it's almost in the middle. And it yeah, the when in your when when the first spike in pork and beef skyrocketed up to like $2 a pound, that's when I started prepping. And now look at it. Now look at the prices of meat. You know what I mean? T-bone steaks, not even a lean, good cut of T-bone steak is between $7 to $10 a pound for a T-bone. People say, "Oh yeah, it's price increase and everything because the times have changed, the economy has changed." No, no, it's because the FDA has bought out 90% of cattle farms and everything in Texas. One of my best friends owns a cattle farm here in Texas, and the FDA came and bought 200 head of his cows that he was going to take to the slaughterhouse, well, the slaughterhouse auction and everything, and sell them. But the FDA bought them. And you know what they told him? They told him that they did not have enough, they did not have enough means to haul those cows, and he needed to euthanize them and get rid of the meat. That was that many heads of cows, that many hundreds of pounds of meat that could have went to homeless, that could have went to people that had that are hurting for food, low income families, stuff like that. That meat could have went to them. But no, they were euthanized and got rid of. Just like grocery stores every day are throwing away vegetables, they're throwing away meat, they're throwing away fresh fish, everything because they can't sell it that day. And they could have sold it at a discounted price or something, but no, they would rather throw it in a dumpster and get rid of it than actually sell it to somebody that needs it. Donald, our government's never been our government. Our government stopped being our government after the Civil War. Yeah, I mean, there is so many food banks and everything that all this stuff could be sent to, but no, grocery stores have to throw away the meat and everything because if they donate it to a food bank, they don't get a tax write off for it. They have to actually document everything that they get rid of and actually have to destroy it by our government standards to get a tax credit on what they bought. Yeah, this world is all about itself anymore. And this world was supposedly founded to help every individual. But the only thing this world does, like, you know, other countries hate us for a reason. It, well, let's say other governments, other countries' governments hate us for a reason. And it's because of this stuff, you know? Like, our government will help anybody else that decides to come over here, give them free housing, give them, tax write-offs where they don't have to pay taxes for X amount of years. They don't have to do anything as long as they become a US citizen. But they won't do anything for actual true citizens. The people that are paying for taxes, paying for all this stuff. They won't do anything for it. Right, Donald. All right, CR. I just passed by the immigration office of San Antonio, and there was a line of like 100 people from different parts of the country, mostly Mexico, that were standing outside to try to get their green card and everything. And all of them, all of them were driving better cars than I am. They had better clothes than what I have. How is that fair? I'm a type 1 diabetic, okay? I need actual insulin to survive, to live. And if I go to Walmart or whatever without insurance, if I go to any pharmacy without insurance, one bottle, one bottle of insulin is $700. $700 for one bottle of insulin. And that only lasts me like 30 days. But anybody else can get it for free. They can get health care for free. They can get all this other stuff for free, but I can't. And I've been paying my taxes since before I was 18. Yeah, Donald, same here. We yeah, they say Texas is its own country. It can support itself and everything, but no, we 90% of our stuff that come into Texas is from every other state. Right, Stefan. See, there that's what I'm trying to say is all these problems. They may be small, they may be minute, but they add up. It's like putting a piece of ice in a half glass of water. Every piece of ice you put in there raises that water level up slowly. And if you keep putting more and more of those minute ice cubes in that water, it overflows and comes out of the glass. It cannot be held anymore. And even after those ice cubes melt, it's still there. The remnants of what happened is still there. I will, big bro. I will. See, I'm not over there, Dave, so I don't know. Like, I just get what's on social media. So, and yeah, you can only take so much information with a grain of salt, you know? It's, but the thing is learn how to survive now. Learn, learn how to thrive after you survive. It's all good, Stephen. It's all good, brother. Like I said, you don't, not everybody knows what's going on, but it's good to be scared. There's nobody knocking you for being scared. Yeah, Dave. Right, CR. Take that fear and learn from it. That's why prepping got started, is from fear. You know, that's why that's the whole entire basis of fear, is civilian fear, because the civilians are not going to be protected. If shit goes down, you think the military is going to protect you? No. The military is going to protect those that pay them because they're ordered to. Not because they don't want to, it's because they have to protect those of higher power. Joe Schmo down the street doesn't matter. It, it's been that way. It'll always be that way. Right. Yeah. Just like what Dave said, you don't have to be sorry, Steven. And see, see, Tammy, and when San Antonio had its fuel shortage here, when the tornado hit, three or 4 years ago, we had no gas. We had no gas at all. And when the refineries went down, we had no gas. There was there was cars, hundreds of cars lined up to get gas. And then certain gas stations would only let you get 10 gallons max. Like, after 10 gallons, they would shut it off because they didn't know when the next delivery would be here. So you have to look at that stuff. I mean, when I was doing security and everything, we could not get to places or anything for 3 weeks because nobody had gas. Nobody could drive to the places that they needed to guard. And also with that fuel shortage that happened here in San Antonio, the crime rate went up also is because there was no security guards. There was no police. There was, not even the police could do their jobs because there was no gas. And San Antonio is so big of a place that you have to drive wherever you need to go. And if cops can't make it to a location, that's a prime area to pillage. That's why I'm saying always prepare. It's hard to prepare gas unless you got military jerry cans. I mean, that's just a thing. I mean, because gas goes bad after a certain amount of months. I think it's like 3, 4 months. So you can't long term for gasoline or petrol. Um, but you can long term store diesel. Right, Dave? But the people, but the thing is, Dave, like the people making talking about the problem and making the fear is the people that that need that week to week paychecks. You know what I mean? In this system, people that talk about it and everything are usually the people that rely on that. And those people are scared, whether they want to admit it or not. Those people are scared. You know, they're more scared than anybody else because they're afraid that if they lose one day of pay, you know, if they lose one day of pay or whatever, that's going to throw their whole entire budget off. And, you know, I understand that, you know, like I used to live, I used to live paycheck to paycheck. And if I couldn't make it to work or whatever, that hurt me. Yeah, I'm sorry, brother. Hello. Doing all right. How about you? Yes. Thank you. Hello. Oh, good. How about you? Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes, please. Sweet. Tea. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. Anyways, um, but the thing is it always will. I mean, it always will, Dave. It's just a lot of people fear not being able to. People think surviving is how much money you have. You know, that's a good majority of the world. They don't. A lot of people are afraid of being homeless. Yes, sir. Look, look. It's gray on the inside. No, I don't know what happened. I think it said broadcast ended. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if the government shut me down or what. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Government don't give a damn about me. Thank you so much. But I am here at my curry restaurant I love. I found it again. They moved. They moved to a place, Dave. I'm gonna show you all this curry. This curry is amazing. Oh, you can eat curry. Okay, hold on. Goat curry. Oh yeah, goat curry is amazing. Oh, I can eat goat curry. Yeah, we got tandoori chicken here. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can eat. Oh. Yeah, look at this non fresh nine. Look at that. I'm trying to small, brother. I'm trying to. No, ma'am. This is my plate. Goat curry, chicken masala. Oh, I'm in heaven. I finally found this place again. But he keeps telling me broadcast end. I'm back. Bye, CR, brother. Does that even come up? Okay. There you go, Dave. Full invite for you, sir. Let's talk about curry. Curry. I love marsala. Hold on. Be right there.
Hello, Smiler.
Bro, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm okay. I thought you dropped out as soon as I'd come in then. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah. I don't know. It's been saying broadcast end. then it'll bring me right back. So,
Oh, no, you're still going nice and strong.
look at this
Where's my
knot.
picture? Oh, I know, yeah. Yeah, you made everybody in the side chat hungry. You know that now, don't you? Can hear the stomachs rumbling over the internet.
This is
Can
this
hear
is that Tiger Ryan did.
Yeah. Can hear everybody's stomach growling. Where's my avatar gone? What's this? What's going on here? There we go.
And this is that Indian restaurant I was telling.
I do remember you mentioning it, yeah.
Yes, I love this place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do remember you mentioning it, yeah.
I'm so hungry. I've been
You've been what, Matthew? What have you been doing?
work's just been killing me.
Yeah, well, it has been noticed by everybody else, and I know it's easy for people to say that you're working a lot of hours when they're not there, but it has been noticed. Everybody's noticed that you're putting the time in,
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I can't wait until I'm across the pond. I really can't.
Things are going to get better, man.
Yeah,
they'll get better. Yeah, your signal isn't the best in there, is it, brother? Oh, no, we got you back. Well, we had you for a second anyway.
it will.
It will.
Oh,
Don't worry about it, man. You just concentrate on eating. Put it into your face. You want a curry, do you, Tammy? Yeah, well, you and me both, actually. Oh, we got the thumb.
yeah, I couldn't even hear you talking.
Yeah, I was talking to Tamil and whoever else is willing to listen. I'm going to change my name, though, I think. Thought I'd better be sensible.
Oh,
Gosh. There we go.
I was having a
You was having a furtive inferno, that sounded like you said. I don't even know what one of them is.
like I said, government, and it went to the little circled thing.
Right. I think it's continuing for everybody else, though. You can see the chat in the stream still moving. So I think it's still going, whether you're jittery or not. Can you still hear me, Tammy, Stephen? Am I still here? Am I still rocking the boat? Look at Smiler there, look.
Am I back yet?
Yeah, sort of in and out, yeah. So what is this stream about tonight, Matthew? Is it?
I don't know what's going on with my stream.
Are you venting? Is it just for you to vent tonight?
You do what, brother?
Are you just feeling the need to vent tonight? Is that what's going on, dude?
Yeah. It's just.
Cheers, David. Thank you. Cheers, Stephen. Yeah, everybody can hear me, so it's just at your end. I'm getting smoke signals, and you probably can't hear me. No, we can't hear me.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I'm just going to say yes, and I hope I said the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my stream. I don't know. I have full bars and everything.
What type of curry are you putting into your face?
Chicken marsala, goat,
chicken masala.
Yeah.
Chicken masala, goat what?
Goat Pan Am.
What is that like? Is that like an airline where American goats fly?
I think it is.
Goat Pan Am. What's that all about? Pan American Goat Airlines.
But I have that. Then I have I really like their. It's a vegetarian one. It's Sagara.
All right, yeah, Sagara. Yeah, I like vegetarian curries, especially when they put chicken in it. Look, he's stopped at the mode. Look at it. Look at how he's stopped. Oh, did you hear what I said?
No.
I said, can you hear me now? Oh, the internet gods are angry with you, Matthew.
I'm trying, brother.
The internet gods are angry with you today.
They always are.
Was it me, or did it just look like he just walked in? Oh, there he is. Oh, to anybody who might have watched this for the first time, that's what he actually looks like. It's not a bad connection. His face is actually made out of tiny little blocks. We call him the Lego Man, or Minecraft Matthew. Isn't that right, mate? It's not a pixelated picture. He actually looks like that. You know you love me, baby.
The goat curry isn't that good.
Well, to be honest, when you mentioned goat curry, it didn't really sound massively appealing to me. I have to be honest. Yeah, when I wasn't jealous when you mentioned goat.
It's usually good.
Yeah, the chicken bit was kind of really like good. It looks good. Look at that. Look where it stopped. It stopped just as he was shoving that right into his cake hole.
Hi.
I will not allow you to be miserable.
Are
you listening? Are you listening?
I'm pulling.
You're pulling what? I shudder to think what you might be pulling. I've heard about people like you. Yeah, it's a constant battle, this kind of thing, really. Matthew fighting the internet. Me fighting the will to survive on a stream, which keeps dropping out. Oh, dearie me, Matty. Yeah, don't choke on your food. Now, he's okay when it comes to food, Stephen. You've seen him many times, like shoving like entire, like, half a pig into his face, that kind of thing when he's done a barbecue. He's not scared of shifting a bit of food. You know that. You've been watching him long enough to know that, brother. I'm gonna nickname him Tapeworm. Oh, he's joining. Look, here we go. We've got another one coming up. Oh, hey, hello. We got you in stereo, baby.
I know.
We got you in stereo.
I don't know what's going on.
This is the best stream you've done yet.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, young man. Oh, jeez, would you believe it? You should have kept two of you up. It was working fine then.
Oh,
You'll be okay. You'll be all right as soon as you get back outside. Multiple things. Ooh, yeah. You just broke your own tooth.
No, the bone went up in my jaw.
Hey, I'm glad you mentioned bones, as it were. Guess what I'm getting tomorrow? And he's gone again. I'm going to keep minding you about this until I get this message across, Matthew. Matt. Matt to rhyme with cowpat. Matt, are you there? Hello. 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 Oh. I have some news I thought you'd get a bit of a kick out of as well there, guys. The internet said, the internet always said, oh, he's moving again. Matthew. Can you hear me?
Hi. Uh-huh.
Guess what I'm getting tomorrow? Guess what I'm getting tomorrow?
What?
Megalodon tooth.
What?
A megalodon tooth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, brother. Where are you getting it from?
Out of a T-Rex. There's some really confused museum curators over here in the UK, mate. Let me tell you, they don't know their ass from their elbow. Yeah, they got it stuck together with bits of blue tack and duct tape and all sorts of shit.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yep. See, there you go. No, I'm getting a megalodon tooth. Yeah. See, I've just come up here to. I don't like it. I don't like bad juju. I don't like this.
I'm losing signal again.
Yeah, well, you're here in spirit, aren't you, Matthew? I mean, it's only your stream, isn't it? As long as you're sort of here in spirit, we can keep going. It's all good. Okay, I see the comments. Oh, I can see the comments. Yeah, there we go. Who've we got left? We had David, Stephen, Tammy. Oh, we still got Tammy. Oh, no, he wasn't wrong. No, he wasn't. Oh, I don't know about being wrong. Oh, wait, look. Hey, forehead.
Yes, sir.
I've got more of a 5 head. If advertising space on my shit.
Hi, peekaboo.
Yes, I've heard of you.
Mm,
Goat.
they don't know
Curry.
what they're in for.
No, I know that. Stephen's eating snacks from
They
Turkey.
don't. This place.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
I said Stephen is eating snacks from Turkey, whereas I'm more likely to eat
This
turkeys
place
from
doesn't know what they're
Snacksy.
in for.
Why? I have said it once and I will say it again. Allegedly one of the most developed countries in the world, but the shittest internet. Oh, yes. This sort of
Dave,
suits Matthew,
live.
though. So what? Say it again.
I only got limited time. You go live, and I'll join you after I eat.
Yeah, all right, then. Give me a couple of minutes, brother, yeah?
No problem.
Yeah, I'll start a stream up. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Bye, big bro.
Bye.
Bye, fam. Bye. Bye, fam. Love y'all. Can't do this no more. Can't keep popping in and out. But love y'all, fam. Y'all take care. See y'all over on Dave. Over on Davy Boy's locker. Bye.